Hello, Dirty Truck and Dirty Truck. And it is now April 2nd, and I have not been able to pay the rent. Was been in contact with some people. Look like I may have to try to file a small claims court. The process with the only thing here, the problem is the people I reported this matter to, their process is slow and it's taking too long. It'll be almost a month that I've been here with no income, no car, no way to get a car, and my apartment is in jeopardy now. So only other resort is to try to file in small claims court. But that's going to be a process because that they're not going to file immediately. And then by the time that case actually gets into the court, I may be evicted out of here. But while I was here, and I'm scrolling on TikTok, God likes to reveal things when it needs to be revealed. And I'm just get on TikTok, and the first thing I see is a story from a lady who said Avis Rental Car stole $2,000 from her and her husband with a rental car. And I keep telling y'all, I'm not making this shit up. This is a scam that these rental car companies are running. And I'm going to see if I can attach the link to this video so you can see her story. And I'm going to tell you what the scam is with Avis. Now, I run across a story that Avis Rental Car had been sued by the state attorney general in New York for refusal to rent cars to people who had no credit card. And I've been hearing, and I told you in one of my videos, I've been hearing lately here that people were trying to rent rental cars here with Avis, and Avis started talking about you needed a credit card. You're not supposed to need a credit card. They just started talking about you need a credit card. Now, they used to require you to have a credit card, but with the Uber rental program, you're not supposed to need a credit card, not to get the Uber rental. So I called today. This guy told me I need a credit. And what's my credit score? If you don't have a 650 better credit score, we're going to need the use of a credit card. I said, since when? I've never heard of that. Since when? This is the Uber program. Now, I know Avis used to require a credit card, but the Uber program doesn't require you to have a credit card or good credit. So I told the guy, I said, since when? And then I ended up hanging up. Laying here, then I decided to pick up the phone and get on TikTok because I don't know what else I can do. There's no job to get money right now. And I'm about to lose my apartment. Today is the 2nd. So it's looking more likely that's what's going to happen because I don't have the money. My donations have completely stopped for whatever reason, and it's probably the same computer foolery that's been going on in my bank accounts and every damn thing else. But I run across this lady's story saying Avis took $2,000 from her. And I'm going to tell you how she said they did it. And I'm going to attach the link because I told you I'm not lying about this. These rental car companies, both Avis and Hertz, are running scams where they're getting additional monies from people. And they're scamming them out of their money in the form of billing. So this woman says they turned in a rental car. And I've seen this on the Better Business Bureau under one of the complaints with Hertz that somebody turned in a rental car and the Mexican guy never checked the car in. So now this is what Avis that this happened with. She said they turned in the car. Next thing you know, they got an email that they're going to be charged $1,900 for keeping the car 11 additional days. $1,900 for 11 additional days. That's a lot of money because Hertz only charge $65 if you keep an additional day. Now, I don't know about Avis, but she got a bill saying they gonna charge her $1,900 for 11 additional days. And because they required a credit card They used their American Express credit card. And their American Express credit card was billed $1,900. She tried to dispute it with the credit card company. They wouldn't dispute it. They said, no, we're not returning the money, blah, 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 because you did rental agreement and all this other stuff. I'm telling you, this is a scam. This is why New York sued them. The state attorney general sued Avis about this for refusing to rent cars to individuals because they required a credit card. See, this is the scam. This is why they want you to have a credit card. Because when she turned in that car, they played like it wasn't turned in. And then it prevented him from getting another car. So when they went to the location to get another car, that day they went to the location to get the other car. They saw you can't rent a car because you already have a car. They said, no, we don't. We turned that car in. So the guy just says, okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the account out. He closed the account out that day when they were trying to get another rental car. So they closed it out. They drove off in a rental. Didn't think nothing of it until they got the email. Said they got charged $1,900 for having the car 11 additional days. This is what those rental car companies have been doing to scam people out of their money. And she said because they have no proof that they turned it in, it's been hard for them to dispute it. They tried to get camera footage. They tried to dispute it with their credit card, with American Express. So I told her who to dispute it with. I told her to file a state attorney general report, consumer protections, contact your local FBI, contact the Better Business Bureau, and also file it with the Federal Trade Commission. Because between the state attorney general and the Federal Trade Commission, them two are the legal entities that will bring legal action against a rental car company doing something like that. The FBI also can. The FBI also can. The Better Business Bureau will not. All they can do is report it. It'll be a complaint on there that when you log on there to see about the complaints, you'll read her complaint. That's all the Better Business can do, is notify the public of what's going on. But the state attorney general, that Federal Trade Commission, they see something going on, they can take legal action. They can sue their ass. I told you, I'm not making this shit up. They have found ways to scam money off people. And I heard that from a guy that picked me up. That guy that picked me up in the car, after I dropped that car off, told me he was trying to get a car through Avis, and they started talking about having a credit card. A credit card? How can you be asking for a credit card when you just got sued by the state of New York for failure to rent to people because they didn't have a credit card? All of a sudden now they started asking for credit cards. This is what they're doing. They're getting your credit cards. They're getting access to your banking information. They're putting additional charges in your account. And then you got to go around disputing it, and you having a hard time disputing this shit, getting your fucking money back. This woman ain't got her $1,900 back yet. I'm telling you, this is a fucking scam. I've been telling them they process with these reports and filing these reports to get these people. It's too slow. You better speed this shit up. This scam is outrageous. This woman got $1,900 charged to her card for a car she turned in. Read the Better Business Bureau report, State Attorney General, Federal Trade Commission, FBI. Read the complaints about Avis and Hertzs. Read what these people are saying. I'm telling you, I didn't make this shit up. I told you, Hertz found a way to go in my bank account, change an amount from one amount to a higher amount, and the transactions don't reflect in the bank. It don't reflect refunding the amount that you originally took to charge it to new amounts. Then they created an invoice to justify the charges they made to my bank. All this 4 months after this shit was supposed to happen, because they were betting on the individuals that were involved with it at the location where the transaction would have been happened at and the updating of my card happened at. They ain't gonna remember. That's what they're doing. They're doing this shit. And if it's a lengthy time before they tell you about it, they're doing it so you don't remember or you can't have no proof. Now, she can't prove that she turned in a rental car. I wonder why is that? How can you not prove you didn't turn in the rental car? And I read that in one of the Better Business Bureau report, where a guy said he had turned in a rental. They didn't close out the account. See, when they don't close out the account, they keep charging you.